This is one of my all-time favorites. This is Sonic Adventure. It was on the Dreamcast, GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation. I mean, it has been on everything. This game has been re-released a million times. And this is the issue with this game, is unfortunately, it's kind of gotten botched with its re-releases over the years. They re-released the game as the DX Director's Cut, although I think the director himself of the original game didn't even direct the re-release. But anyway, this re-release has gotten a lot of flack because it changed a lot of things. I know for a lot of people, it was their first experience with Sonic Adventure because the Dreamcast, believe it or not, was not abundant in people's homes. But with that in mind, this re-release that was originally on GameCube and then again has been ported everywhere, including PC, just has a lot of weird issues. I mean, they tried to make it look better, but unfortunately, I just think it has a lot of problems. Thankfully, the world has advanced beyond this re-release, and for this marathon game challenge, whatever the hell it is, I decided to play the PC version and use the Better SADX mod, which is essentially a culmination of many different mods that ultimately lead to a Dreamcast conversion that takes the Adventure DX Director's Cut version on PC through Steam, and it allows you to use in-game models that look a lot more like the Dreamcast version. There's also a ton of fixes throughout the game, audio and graphical fixes. Best of all, it gives the game full widescreen support, which was desperately something I was hoping would get done eventually, because the re-release of Adventure 2 Battle did have widescreen support, although I think some of the cutscenes are weirdly still in 4:3. I don't know. Anyway, this mod is the 100% way to play the game. It doesn't change a lot of the issues that the game has at its core, but it does create, I mean, it makes the game look a million times better. It plays better. It sounds better. A lot of the music is better. So here's kind of the debacle I come to here. I don't know what I should do for this video. Should I talk about the game and what I like and don't like? Should I talk about my history with the game? I don't want to make it a 5-hour video, but I definitely could fill the time. So here's what I'll say. Sonic Adventure is Sonic's first true 3D foray, and it didn't go amazingly, but at the same time, it probably never got better. Here's the thing. So the game is broken down into 6 parts. You play as 6 different characters, and you watch as their stories all intertwine into what the story of the game is. You have Sonic, who is the most simple gameplay. That's what I'll be showing in the video. That is the fast, getting to the end of the stage, just the most fun. As far as Sonic gameplay goes, and especially in 3D, I think the control on this game has never been better. I think after this, it only got a little bit worse and a little bit worse as time goes on. They just totally nailed the feel of that fast gameplay, but also with the mechanics of choosing your route. Some levels are really linear, but other ones give you options. I think that's really cool, and it sticks to the roots of the Genesis games. You have Tails, who can fly, but essentially has the same gameplay as Sonic. It's racing to the end of the stage. His is more time-based. You got to try to beat the person like Sonic or whoever, Eggman, whoever you're facing off against. But overall, I mean, like I said, he's pretty similar to Sonic, and yeah, he can fly. That's his difference. Then you have Knuckles, who can glide, and also his whole idea is that he's searching for the pieces of the Master Emerald. So it's all about searching for the treasure, trying to find it. Some pieces are hidden in enemies, some are hidden underground. You got to dig for them. Then you have Amy, who has a big hammer, and her stages are her running away. She's being chased by a robot. I struggle to wonder why they even put her in the game as a playable character. I mean, she has 3 stages. It's like she has the shortest campaign by far. I like playing as Amy. She's like kind of fun sometimes, but yeah, this is when we start to dip in the not so great category. Alongside Big the Cat, who is by far the worst. He is a fishing game. And then E102 Gamma, who is a robot. He's one of Eggman's robots, and I actually like his gameplay. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. You go around and shooting a bunch of crap and then take down other robots. And then if you beat all of them, you unlock the final story and can complete the campaign. That's the one thing that sucks, is that you do have to play all their stories. So Big, Amy, they are required to play. When it comes to this game, though, it's hard to recommend it. I think a lot of the thought process around this game as a modern gamer is that it has not aged well. And I'm not going to deny that it has a lot of problems. But I will say it is a lot of fun, especially when you play Sonic. I think Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles totally awesome. Some of the best, if not the best, 3D Sonic gameplay they've ever done. I really don't think they've ever topped it. Amy, Big, Gamma, those might not be your cup of tea, and they tend to drag a bit. I usually, when I play through the game, I do Sonic's campaign, then jump into Big as soon as possible to get him out of the way because he's the absolute worst. But I love this game. I've always loved it. I really have very little negative to say. When I think about this game, I just choose to not think about Big, and probably not Amy either. But I like Gamma. He's fun, and like I said, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are awesome. So this game's a dope game. If you've never played 3D Sonic, this is 100% one I would recommend to start with. And it's an absolute blast. A huge childhood nostalgic treasure of mine. I love Sonic Adventure, and it was a pleasure to play it again for the challenge. Ah, shit. Yeah, Chow Garden. I'm so sorry. I forgot about this. So here's one thing that I don't really bother with anymore. The Chow Garden is a kind of a mini game, I guess, in Sonic Adventure, and it was also brought back for Sonic Adventure 2. The Chow Garden is essentially like Tamagotchi, or maybe kind of like Pokemon, but I would say more like Tamagotchi, where you are raising a little Chow. They're these cute little creatures. You can race them. You can have them fight each other. It's fun, but your mileage may vary depending on what your interest is in this kind of thing. If you want to 100% the game, get all the emblems, which are essentially like in-game trophies, which you do need to unlock everything in the game, and I would not recommend doing and have never even bothered with. You do have to do, there are 5 emblems that are locked to the Chow Garden. I believe there are 5. Good luck. It is a long and tedious process. I think they did a much better job in Sonic Adventure 2 with that Chow Garden. So if you were to play one, that's what I would recommend. But it's something that I often nowadays don't even bother. You can actually completely avoid the Chow Garden. You never have to find it if you don't sneak around in the overworld. But yeah, I figured it would be important to bring that up since I know a lot of people are like obsessed with the Chow Garden. And I was too. I gotta admit, like when I was a kid, I was absolutely obsessed. I fucking loved the Chow Garden, just messing with it for hours. But nowadays, I'm good. I'll stick with the Sonic stuff. But that's it. See you guys next time.